keep hitting the button. So there's going to be like at least 3 or 4 parts for this video. I got to figure out how this bottom piece is connected to this, so that way I can get this off of the bumper and it stays with the fender. Right now I'm not really worried about that just much yet, because I wanted to mostly see, is this just separating at least a little bit? It does seem like it is. It's just I still have these 2 bolts up here. I mean, I have the one that's connected to this, and then I have that bolt. So I'm going to try to see. I'm going to have to run to the building and grab a 7mm, and then I'm going to have to see if I can, I don't know if I have to leave this plastic piece on, or I'm just going to grab a Phillips head and take these 3 Phillip bolts out, so that way once I take this out, this whole headlight will slide right out. I don't know if this plastic piece is attached to the bumper itself. We're going to have to find out, but we're going to see. I might have my Phillips head here with me. I usually work right out of my building I bring the cars in there, but it's actually not that bad out today, so I just been out in the yard. Yeah, I'm just going to run to the building real quick and we'll take a look. I got to get a 7mm wrench. Here's my yard, pretty big. Got a lot of cars. It's actually pretty nice here. I love it. There's my daily truck. Got a flat tire right now, so I pulled this one out. Take a walk over here to the building. Here's my building. Just a basic little workshop. We got my heat to keep me warm and radio. That's where I keep all my tools, my toolbox, and it's not really that fancy. I mean, I have all my tools and whatever I'm looking for. You know, you just open it up and see what you can find. All right, so I'm looking for a 7mm. 7mm, found it right here. Okay, and then I'm looking for a Phillips head that can just attach to my. Usually I have a flashlight sitting in here too. I don't know where it's at. Oh, usually there's one sitting right here in front of me. Can't really see. Let me see if it's sitting out here. Alright, well, I got a bunch of them. I go to Dollar Tree and I buy these little cheap flashlights. Not really that bad. Take 3 little batteries. I keep the batteries on. Always keep the batteries open, so that way whenever you need them, I buy at least like 3 or 4 of them. 3 or 4 of these little flashlights, and I always keep them, and then you lose them here or there. I leave them in cars, and I end up crushing the cars. And so there you go. Got a new little flashlight. Pretty neat. You got 2 settings. Oh, Dollar Tree, you know. Alright, so I'm just gonna try to see. Usually with the Phillips heads, I usually just toss them right up here. They end up getting tossed over here. But I gotta clean up all my tools. I'm not really that organized when it comes to the tools. Usually, you got them one guys, you know, they got their whole tool shelf is all fancied out, and I'm not one of them guys. I literally get done with my day, I toss my tools up here and come in the next day and I rip them out and do the same shit over and over again. I had a really good one, and I left it in the car. I'm just looking. I have this one, but this one's kind of a little bit of a small one. It's not really the best. So I had a really good one, and yeah, I'll end up finding it somewhere. I'm gonna try this one. We'll see if this one gets it. Hopefully it doesn't strip it. Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, so we'll try this one, and then I'll double check the bag when I get back. Oh, no, this flashlight stays there. I don't want to... It's my cowbell every time. So I know somebody walks in. At least I know when they walk in, they hit that bell. Alright, let's get back out to this real quick and see if we can try to get this off. And it's what really is a pain when you do these newer vehicles, because now the bolts are so hidden, they make everything so compact together, and it's hard, but at least you know what you're kind of getting into when you dig into it a little bit. Okay, I gotta figure out what pocket I put that little 7mm in. Okay, let's crawl back under there. I actually should have grabbed one of my good mats, knowing that I was in the building. Okay, we're back under here now. I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna set you right here. I don't know if you really got a good view of what I'm doing over here, but kind of see a little bit. But once I get mostly something off or whatever, I'll come back and I'll show you what I did. But you're still gonna be on there. Alright. And it's not really that cool that the car's dripping all over the place. All the snow that's melting now. Okay, so where did I put my flashlight that I have? Here. Right there. Okay. And I put tape on the back of them every once in a while, because every time I toss it around, the batteries fall out, or so I'll just put a little bit of tape on it, try to keep it in there. Okay, I don't think these ones are going to come out pretty easy. They look a little bit stripped. Yep, kind of figured. Yeah, so I'm really hoping that that's not attached and that's just a part, but I kind of feel like it is attached to the bumper, but I don't know. I'm really hoping it's not. Okay, let's try to see if we can get this little thing to move a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I got the 7mm to move, the one that's over here. I knew that these Phillips bolts were going to give me a hard time because they just look really rusty. And it's sad because this is a 2016, really nice truck, but you can see what the salt really does to these vehicles, where this is a really nice SUV and it's just starting to rust away. You got rust on the bolts, all these little brackets got rust all over them. It's just sad. This car is not even a few years old, 10 years old, and it's already covered in rust, just because it's from not New York. We get a lot of salt and we get a lot of snow. Okay, so I ended up taking these two off, and I started. Now there is a bolt right here, a Torx bolt. I noticed that now. I do have one here, and that is connected to the fender. So once I do get this off, I'm gonna take this off. There is a bolt down here. I'm just not 100%, like, it's behind this black trim that goes up this way. So I'm gonna end up, I think you push these two tabs in and you can pop this out, and that's what I'm gonna end up doing. If not, I usually just cut these tabs and just push it out anyway, so that way I can be able to, but this is connected to the bumper. So, but I'm just gonna undo this bolt anyway, so that way I have some a little bit of free. But then once I undo this bolt, there is another Torx bolt up here. I didn't see it, but now I'm sitting actually up under here. I can see a little bit better. But I'm gonna finish taking this one off, and then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna do this one, and then hopefully this plastic piece will fall out from under here, and I can be able to get that other 10mm bolt that's up here, because I got this one that was right here, but now there's another one that's up here, up there. That's what's holding the fender to the bumper. This is just the headlight. All this is connected to the headlight. So hopefully once I get these two off, I can be able to get that top bolt up there that's holding. I can't even get my fingers in there to grab it, but at least this 10mm or this 7mm bolt is spinning with the wrench, because I have no room to get my fingers in there to even try to see if it's spinning. I'm trying, but I have nothing. Okay, so we're just gonna keep trying with the wrench, the little 7mm. It's only got a little ways to go, but it still doesn't want to just grab on there. Yeah, for next time, I might take them off and then just walk you guys through step by step, so that way I don't have to make a bunch of videos. But at least when you do it like this, you can actually see it's not something that's gonna be, oh yeah, snap your fingers, hurry up and get it off. No, you got a bunch of bolts, and then they're in tight little spots, so you really can't get in there with your little fancy. Nope, don't work like that. You can't do it. You got to use something like this, and it's going to take a little bit. So when the customer calls and was like, oh, what's taking so long? Well, listen, sir, you could have came and pulled it, but I'm pulling it right now, and it's going to be a little bit, and that's why they say. But I'm pretty sure the customer is he's not gonna be putting it in, because if he was the guy who was gonna be putting it in, he would have been out here pulling it. So and I was almost at that point to where I got that little bit of leverage. I was just gonna cut it, but then I only got a little bit more to go. But it just sucks, because knowing I gotta do the same to the other side. and it's taking me this long just to do this side. Well, that's what I'm saying. As long as you got the proper tools, I mean, you can get it done. Yes, it is a little time consuming, but as long as I get it done. Yeah, this is yet to say, guys, that this is by far the trickiest bumper I've ever had to take off. A lot of times it's just a couple little bolts, and then you just pop up here and you got 2 bolts up at the top that connect the fender and the bumper. This one's, yes, it's got connected to the fender and the bumper, and then connects to the headlight, and wires to the whole front. There you go, finally got it off. Okay, got the little 7mm bolt off. That one was a pain. Okay, now, let's see. Can this, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take this Torx off. I got to find out where I put that little Torx bolt at. Little Torx in it. Okay, so it might have been this one right here. Okay, so where was that at? It was right here. Okay, let me get under there. Yep, okay. Okay, so now we got that one off. We're going to take this Torx bolt off that's right here in the top. Where am I? Shoot. Okay, so we'll follow that up. It's right here. We're going to try to take this one off and see if it moves that piece of this plastic out of the way. Okay, got that piece out. Up here for a second and see, because now it feels like this headlight's a little bit more loose. So, but I still feel like it's connected to the whole, this whole thing is connected under here, but I don't know. This headlight's crazy. Yeah, still really nothing. No pulling. It's not separating off at all. So I'm gonna come back under here and try to see. It is definitely a little bit more wiggly, but I don't think that's really doing much. Okay, there, got that off. Okay, so there's a Phillips screwdriver. There's a Phillips screw head right here. I believe it's just connecting this bottom piece of this plastic. Yeah, and that's part of the bumper anyway, so I'm just going to screw that back in. Just yet. Fuck it. Okay. Yeah, that's just a part of that little piece of the plastic. So, these are the fog lights. I'm just going to I usually just end up cutting them when I get down that way. I usually leave a little bit of extra wire for the person, so I'll cut a little bit back here. Okay, now, we just got to figure out how this plastic piece comes apart. And it's just weird because now this ain't connected anymore. I gotta get up. Oh, I keep sitting down. I can't get back up. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna see what I can be able to do and then I'll get back.